Hi, I'm Rebecca Gussin. I'm an instructional designer, but I'm also an amateur screenwriter who is placed in numerous competitions. Today, I'm going to talk about how a screenwriting module can be used as an exciting supplement to a traditional K-12 English curriculum. Before I wrote my first teleplay, I only really had experience writing short stories and essays. Screenwriting format, with its rigid and confusing rules on fonts, margins, and lengths, was completely alien to me, and figuring it out on my own was difficult. It helped when I figured out the reasoning behind each rule. Some of them are because of the collaborative nature of film and television. For instance, page requirements allow a director to determine at a glance roughly how long a given film will be when produced. Others are solely for the purposes of standardization. This lesson plan focuses on the ways screenplays are different from other types of writing and why. Understanding how format and medium affects the way a story is told is valuable for grasping how language and narrative interact and forms a stepping stone for more advanced writing topics such as how word choice influences mood and tone. For example, take the opening scene from the recent Disney Pixar film Coco. Exterior, marigold path, dusk. A path of marigold petals leads up to an altar, lovingly arranged in a humble cemetery. An old woman lights a candle as the smoke of burning copal wood dances lyrically upward. Card. Disney presents. Card. A Pixar Animation Studios film. The smoke lifts up towards lines of papel picado, cut paper banners that sway gently in the breeze. Papel picado card. Coco. Stage plays are an important part of the literature Common Core curriculum, but their younger siblings' screenplays are often neglected. This is a shame, because while few students are likely to have much exposure to poetry and plays outside of class, film and television are ubiquitous, and this makes them a more accessible medium for students who may be disillusioned with traditional literature. And because film is a visual medium, comparing a written scene to its filmed version also allows for a tangible illustration of the relationship between writing and imagery. Comparing media is a Common Core standard for multiple grades under the heading of Literature, Integration of Knowledge and Ideas. This module is flexible enough to work for any of them through choice of media and depth of discussion. Because this lesson is being developed to Common Core standards, I'll be using a backward design method to flesh out each task, starting from identifying what goals the learners should have completed at the end of the module, and working my way back to the information they must be provided with in order to reach those goals. At the end of the module, students should be able to describe the strengths and weaknesses of screenplays as compared to other forms of writing, explain the relationship between screenplay formatting and film as a medium, and demonstrate an understanding of screenplay structure and anatomy by writing in standard screenplay format. For the first objective, students should first learn about screenplay structure and how it varies by length and format. Then, given a page from a screenplay, they should read it and apply what they just learned to labeling each part of the screenplay with its name and function: scene headings, character names, parentheticals, etc. The screenplay should be from a film based on a novel. The next task begins with the novel excerpt analogous to that scene. Students should read the excerpt and make a list or diagram comparing the novel excerpt to the screenplay excerpt. After that, the clip from the movie itself can be played, and learners will discuss how the differences played out on screen and the potential reasoning behind each change. For the third and final task, another short movie clip will be played, and students will write their version of the scene in standard screenplay format, using what they learned in Task 1. Once everyone is finished, they can compare their scene to the actual screenplay and see how similar they are. Upon completing this module, learners will have completed the following assignments to measure performance: the labeled scene from Task 1, the comparison diagram from Task 2, and their own written scene from Task 3. For the writing portion of Task 3, I recommend Writer Duet, a free in-browser screenwriting program that automatically styles fonts, margins, and other tricky bits of formatting for you. Clips of movies can be found for free on YouTube, and the related screenplays can be found on many different sites around the web. Thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed this presentation.